Okay, guys, so I've got this question a handful of times from people about running an RC car engine on gasoline or diesel. I've got the question several times from a handful of different viewers. But let me explain something here, the difference between these two. And I have made videos about it before. We have a diesel and we have a nitro engine, or glow engine. The difference is this engine here doesn't run on straight pump diesel. Nothing will happen. It is a mixture, a very basic mixture of 1/3 ether, 1/3 kerosene, 1/3 castor oil, and some kind of a nitrate to lower the ignition temperature. These don't have a glow plug. They work only on compression ignition. That's what the screw is for, to adjust compression ratio. Will they work in an RC car? No, they won't. They're kind of like to be set full throttle and left that way for the airplanes. It doesn't even have a carburetor, so you'd have to have a large flywheel and make an exhaust, and it just, don't even waste your time. There is gasoline engines like the Dynamite 31 you can buy, but they're a piece of junk. The connecting rod was fragile like glass. Don't even waste your time with those. People think that these are like a diesel in a way. They're not. They're just a standard two-stroke engine, basically. And yeah, sure, they use a glow plug, and a lot of people think just because they use a glow plug it'd be similar to a diesel. Well, a diesel glow plug is a lot longer usually, and basically it's like a light bulb. They basically turn on, help to heat up the air in the cylinder to make the engine easier to start, then they turn off. With these, the glow plug has a little coil of platinum wire inside of it. Then when you put the igniter on to start it, that actually reacts with the methanol in the fuel. When you remove it, that glow plug stays lit the whole time the engine runs to keep it moving forward. These are low compression. They will not work on gasoline. They will not work on diesel mix. They will not work on pump diesel. So don't even waste your time trying. They have too low of a compression ratio. Yeah, it won't work. You're never going to get it to run ever. So just stick with the proper recommended fuel. Or, unless you're in an area where nitro is, you can't buy it. Like, you can't buy RC fuel at your hobby shop for some reason. Like, they don't carry it. It might be illegal in your area. What you can try is, if you can get yourself racing grade methanol and some racing grade castor oil, you can mix it 90% methanol, 10% castor oil, run a hot glow plug, and then tune accordingly. I have videos about that already. And you can run with 0% nitro for cheap. Cheaper than nitro. Just note, the tuning's a lot different. It's a lot more sensitive in cold weather than regular nitro, or regular store-bought RC fuel. So just keep that in mind. But the fuels between these two are not interchangeable. Like I said, it's not going to happen. Yeah, this is high compression ratio, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 400 psi. This is maybe 90 psi. I've never actually done a compression test on one of these before, but I'm guessing that's about where it is. Yeah, so there was a kit you could buy from a company years ago in the 90s and early 2000s that came with a diesel head and special fuel line and all that kind of stuff, and they kind of worked. They made a lot less power. Didn't rev as high. They're a lot harder to start, harder to tune, lots of broken connecting rods, broken crankshafts. They're just not designed for that kind of high compression. So, like I said before, just stick with your regular nitro or zero nitro, and leave these two alone. Don't go mixing things up there, because you're not going to win. Anyways, guys, I hope that clears things up here. This video is basically just explaining that, because it's a lot easier to make a video about it than try to explain it over text in the comments. So hopefully you guys understand. Anyways, guys, have fun out there and keep on burning nitro, or whatever you want to burn.